This is Healer from the Hood, Part 10, Plant-Based Azalea. Being a healer from the hood was challenging because I saw that most of the people didn't have the money to do holistic treatments. Mine came up to $150,000. I had family and friends who helped me when I got sick and was down. So I was like, how do I address the needs and help people when they don't have the money? So what I did is I got with the Korean groups. I went ahead with my 3 babies. They were small, knocked on people's doors, and I flipped houses on the side, in addition to working with people anywhere from 10 to 5 hours, sometimes 15 hours a day. I would take out 2 hours and knock on the door and say, look, if you want to sell your house or you know anybody, I'm taking part of the proceeds and putting it into the Holistic Center on 12th Street. And I did this every single day. And the Koreans would go ahead, pay cash, and I would go ahead and flip the houses. And they know clearly. I did not hide anything from anybody. They knew clearly what was going on. And I was able to put it back into the community and help those 90% that did not have the funds. Okay. I had to do it that way because nobody else was going to save me. Nobody else was going to give money for, holistic. Every time I would try to get grants or things like that, and I never became a nonprofit. Now I know why, and I'll tell you why in a second. But every time I went to go get grants, it was like, we'll do this, but you got to do this. And to me, it was a sellout to the community. And I remember going with a Caucasian Jewish woman, and her credit score wasn't as good as mine. She got a loan for $10 million. They turned me down. And that was the real talk of it. That was the real deal. You dealt with a lot of racism, prejudice, a lot of different things. So it was much harder. The challenging and the obstacles were way more in being the healer from the hood. And then you're dealing with, I had healing circles of men and women, and you're dealing with a lot of men that have been raped and molested by women. We had one guy, and I'm saying this because he told me I could tell the story. He had one guy who was passed around at the age of, I think, 5 to all his mother's older female women sexually. There's a lot of things that happen, a lot of issues that happen in the community that I needed to address. That I would have therapists come, we would have healing groups and healing circles, emotional releasing and stuff. We did a lot of work, a lot of community work with the community of West Oakland and beyond. Went beyond, traveled different places, but mainly was at 1175 12th Street in West Oakland. That's where we were. So, I just think there's so much, and I'm just trying to compartmentalize it in different sections, and also put, what I can in the book, the Healer from the Hood book, because it was different. It was an act of love. My kids sacrificed a lot. We were upstairs, they were down. I made sure I spent time with my children all the time, but they also know that Mommy's life was helping the people, helping the community. The youngest person I had was 6 months old. The mother bought her at 2 o'clock in the morning, said, we don't have any money. She has cancer. We worked on her for 6 months, and now she's like 20-something years old. Things like that happen. There's a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of emotional things, trust issues and stuff. So what happens as a healer, that sometimes they come out with anger with you sometimes, because you're dealing with people broken. You're dealing with people that have been through a lot, and a lot of times people forget when the memories are so strong. They forget that, sometimes what happened to them, and it'll come out in the sessions, and every session was totally different. It was an act of love, truly. There were a few stars that we did. We did James Brown, we did Queen Latifah, we did Erykah Badu regularly, lots and lots of people, Green Day, a lot of different people, So it was an amazing journey. At the same time, it was a love journey, and it was lots of lessons, and finances was always a problem at that time. It was a huge problem, like I said, because nobody wanted to donate to Holistic Center in the hood, for people of color. For people of color and people, period, who didn't have the funds. So I had to literally hustle. And that was a daily hustle, especially being in California. Oakland, California was very expensive. My expenses were over $15,000 a month, for that center. And it was on me because most of the people did not have it. So those were some of the challenges, and I'm going to go more into some other stories of Healer in the Hood. Stay tuned, share, like, and subscribe. Like and subscribe on YouTube. I just started the YouTube, just started this. Spread the word. Take care. Bye-bye.